All right, and then you could just look at me and we'll just have like a conversation.
Okay.
Casual conversation. So to start off, thoughts on the season so far, Coach?
A really good start for us. We've got 5 seniors that are kind of leading this thing, and 2 or 3 juniors that are involved, and then a couple sophomores. So kind of a veteran bunch. We put a lot of time into our preseason, time pitching and catching, and then the state gives us 15 times to hit before we can actually start the season. So it's nice to have that, and then we played a little bit of spring ball as a group, and we went 3-0 basically in the spring. So we're kind of ahead of the game there a little bit with that stuff. But I think the kids are having fun, and I've got a good group right now that loves to play baseball.
Next one for this team. Where do you think these guys have an edge sort of over the other teams? Is that preseason start or what else?
The preseason work ethic that they put a lot of time into that, and then I really bank a lot on our spring league and getting those games in, because they can kind of see where they're at, what they're doing with those things. And overall, I think them being tight and together and hanging out together, all those things are really important for us.
Obviously can't be perfect with a 10-0 record even still. What are some things you're still looking to improve on here?
Just our overall game. We haven't, it's hard to say, you're going to be perfect in baseball. It's a game that's meant to be, the team that commits the least errors usually wins. And we're really trying to focus on, we've had fast starts, we've had slow starts, we've had, two endings to games that we've scored runs in the 7th inning to win. And we're just trying to put those complete games together and just stay balanced throughout the whole game and stay focused.
Next year, your pitching staff, 7 guys, have thrown in a team ERA of 1.81. How good has this staff been in your eyes this year so far?
It could be better. I guess that's the coach in me is going to say that. We have 1 or 2 options that need to start throwing yet a little bit, and but overall as a staff and throwing strikes, we've been pretty good. And I know there's a lot more challenges coming for us, but right now, we're on point.
On the bases, 74 for 79 in steals. How much emphasis do you guys put on that element of the game, and how have you been so successful with that?
We put a little bit of an emphasis on it just to make sure we can try to get a guy into scoring position. If we feel we can take the base, we're going to take the base. We've had a couple catchers we've tried to challenge. We'll have a big week with that this week too. We'll see a couple pretty good catchers this weekend. In Linville, Sully, and Don Bosco come to town. So it is an emphasis as far as us getting into scoring position and scoring from second base.
Next one here, lots of guys having success at the plate this year, especially seniors Bo and Cole hitting over 500. What makes each of them a tough out?
Just because they're veterans. I mean, Cade Molnix is he's been a second-team All-State guy the last 2 years in the outfield. I know he's batted, close to 400 or above the last 2 or 3 seasons. He's a veteran outfielder for us, and he is our main leader. When I want the team to kind of get going, it's Cade that's rallying the troops, and Bo's kind of the same way. When Bo's being successful and Bo's doing the right things, teams follow him. So, their leadership is kind of huge for us, and that comes from their batting as well.
Speaking of those seniors, lots of seniors on this team, as you alluded to earlier. How has that made your job as a coach easier?
It's easier and harder sometimes. It's easier because, they do all the little things the correct way. All of their warm-ups, all their stretches, all their throwing plan. Those things come naturally to them because they've been doing it. Most of them have been playing high school ball for 4 or 5 years now. So, it's natural for them to say, okay, this is what we're doing, and they kind of take charge of some scenarios and those things. But there are moments they'll test you, but otherwise it's a pretty good group to get things done.
In the last one here, not much controversy yet, undefeated, and some large margins of defeat. How do you make sure these guys are still locked in every single day and motivated to keep playing this way?
Honestly, I'm just trying to keep them loose. I want them to come to the ballpark. I want them to have fun. I think they know how to play ball, and basically it's me giving them a scouting report of the other team and what they're doing. But pregame, I want them loose as possible. I want them, then we'll have a 10 or 15 minute session to kind of focus in, but I think they play better loose and not being all tight and bound up and those types of things.
Anything else?
No, just thanks for the coverage. Appreciate it.